opening day of rifle here in PA, and it's a super calm morning. We have just very little wind. It's about 28 degrees, and last year we had rain all day, so I'll take this, no problem. But we're in the same spot where we had that encounter back in archery season with that big 8-point, and we saw he bedded right over there. And the key to this spot is it's a bit of a safe haven for them, so a lot of the rifle movement we see tends to be other hunters spooking deer, and this being that kind of safe haven, usually they'll slow down. That's going to be good for getting them on film, and also we're getting a clean shot. So it's been light for maybe 10-15 minutes. Not much has happened yet, but we'll sit tight. We got a whole day ahead of us.
After a relatively slow start, the first deer movement we saw of the day actually had 2 small bucks coming through to my left. Now, just with the way my tree stand's set up and the way that I had to use the camera, I couldn't actually use my main camera to film this, but I did have a scope camera and I was able to get some footage as they kind of passed through. Now, most deer don't actually come from the left side like that. These ones just happened to, and at least I had the scope camera there to get them on film. As the day kind of went on, a few deer passed through here and there, but a lot of the deer were actually coming through behind my tree stand. And I've hunted in this area for about 10 years in a rifle season, and they've just never done that before, so I don't know what actually changed. Maybe it was the area other hunters were and where deer happened to be kind of getting pushed from. I don't know. But that was making it relatively difficult to film, and these guys actually did the same thing as well. I was just able to get them on film since they passed through a little more slowly, but it was good to just sit and enjoy deer actually passing through, because for the most part of the day it was just sort of flashes of deer here and there. And just quickly, guys, as always, be sure to check out Meat Hunters here on YouTube. It's the channel where my hunting videos actually get posted a full 2 days early, and as I'm told, there should be a lot of content coming to that channel in the near future, so there'll be a link in the description as well as a clickable link on screen at the end of the video. And as I'm kind of watching these deer pass through, I realized there was a small buck with the herd that actually got kind of driven to me by some other hunter somewhere. And this is kind of just a demonstration of what I need to happen. Just the right herd of deer getting spooked by someone else out in the woods and coming through here and giving me a shot. Now, obviously, this buck is not really what I'm after, but that's all it takes, just the one deer coming through the right area at the right time. As it got closer and closer to dark, the one kind of good thing that happened was there were pretty consistently deer actually somewhere around me for the remainder of the evening, which, after spending the better part of 11 hours in a tree stand, it can get pretty monotonous, so that was good to actually watch some deer moving around as the evening faded away. Even if they weren't legal deer or anything I could actually shoot, it was just nice to be able to watch them as it got dark. After an extremely slow week of seeing almost no deer, Saturday, December 7th opened with deer running absolutely everywhere. Now, this is the first day in PA firearm season where both bucks and does are legal to take, so I have to think that's kind of what was causing this, more hunters out and about just trying to fill the freezer. But this was a very welcome change from the previous week where I have no footage between the end of the first day and the beginning of this Saturday. There were just no deer anywhere, but today was very different. As I saw deer after deer just piling into this area all morning, all I could think was, eventually someone has to kick out a buck. There must be drives going on all around me, because this is significantly better than the first day. I've seen actually more deer by 10 a.m. than I did the entire previous week. So I'm just sitting tight. I'm just waiting for an opportunity, because I know there just has to be eventually a buck that's going to get pushed through. As I was watching those does, I saw up on the hill another deer that I thought may have been a buck, so I just positioned the camera up there, and when he finally stepped out, I realized right away he was a shooter, and pretty quickly panic ensued. Now, unfortunately, you see him actually trot out of the view of the camera, but that is what the scope camera's for.
Rat.
After the shot, he sort of hopped into the brush and then was just standing there, so all I could assume was that I missed and that I had to take another shot. And once again, he's just standing in the brush. I can't figure out what's going on. I feel like the shots are good, and I'm just incredibly confused at this point, but eventually he's in the brush. It's not really on camera. He does go down, and it is one of the best feelings of relief ever, because I just had no idea what happened. I'm one happy hunter right now. This is a really cool feeling. I just noticed the other day, I was 3 years to the day of taking my last buck, so it was getting to be a little bit of a wait, but it was well worth it. This guy is maybe my best buck ever. It's going to be real close, but wow. For that to work out the way it did is incredible. You know, we sat until about 10:30 this morning just seeing doe after doe after doe and just hoping that eventually a buck was going to show up. And like I said, I had a feeling with the amount of deer that were being pushed through there, but I saw those antlers up on the hillside. I didn't need binoculars. I didn't need my scope. I mean, I knew he was a good one right away. And just for everything to work out the way it did, it's really incredible. But we have some work to do. We got to get this guy skinned, and I think my brother's going to do a European mount, so I think that's going to look really good on this guy, but I can't stop looking at him. Man, I never would have thought. You know, I thought maybe I'd have a chance at a buck. Once the first day was passed, it was a bit of a disappointment to not even see a decent shooter buck. I thought maybe I'd end up settling for something. This is not settling. I am more than happy to be wrapping my hands around this guy's antlers. That's really, really incredible. But yeah, I think probably we'll end this video right here. I don't think there's a better thing to do than look at this guy and wrap it up. So thank you guys for watching, and I don't know if I will see you next week. This is going to be the end of my hunting season for 2019. Turkey season 2020 will be a thing. Maybe I'll do some small game hunting if I can here and there, and I am going to do a self-filming setup, so that video is going to come out eventually. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you whenever the next video is. So that's it. That is the official wrap-up to my 2019 hunting season, and what an amazing first season self-filming. I never could have asked for a season where I actually got all my tags filled and got quite possibly my biggest buck ever. And, you know, there were definitely some bumps in the road. It definitely wasn't the smoothest filming job, but a lot of things to improve on in the future. And I'm just happy that all 3 deer were actually on camera when I took the shots. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do that, but man, self-filming has been an absolute blast. I cannot wait to continue it into the future. It's just been really, really fun, and getting to look back on the hunts and just remembering, you know, everything and being back there in the moment it's just so cool. So I just want to thank you guys for coming along with the adventure, and thank you guys for the insane support. You guys have been amazing with this, and I really, really do appreciate it. But I think that is officially going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. If anybody's still out there hunting, best of luck to you, and I'll see you next time.